Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having a fabulous day. Now today I'm going to take you through how to do a lovely smoky eye, particularly for the daytime. Now you'll see I've already done my makeup, my foundation is on, my contour, my highlight is done, my brows are done, I'm primed, blah, 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 blah. It's all there ready to be smoked out. Now if you do like what you see in this video, please do take a moment to subscribe below. Now, obviously, the thing with a smoky eye is blending. You can never do enough blending with a smoky eye, which is why it's really important when you put your transitional colour on that you don't take it all the way up to the brow bone, because if you do, you've got nowhere to blend it to. You first of all take it in the crease. And this is basically the technique that I'm going to show you using Rule by Matte, which is one of my trusty favourites for a transition colour. So I'm going to take a bit of a flat eyeshadow brush, as you can see there, and taking some of the product, tapping off the excess. So basically take it into the crease and sweep it back and forth, following the natural curve of your eyeball, like this. That's my cat, if you can hear him. Now I always start quite lightly because you can build it up. Once you've got the colour on there, you're going to take a nice blending brush and basically go in and blend that colour out. And naturally, because the blending brush is bigger than your crease, it will take it just above your crease so that you don't have to put any eyeshadow anywhere near your eyebrow. You can just let the brush do the work for you. So you end up a bit like this, and then you can decide whether or not you want to put more product in, and I do. So you end up with a nice subtle wash of colour going through your crease and just slightly above, but we're leaving the area underneath the brow bone clear because we will use that for a bit of highlight later. So I'm just going to do the other side. So as you can see now, that Rule, that lovely orange shade, is blended out, and we're ready to move on to the next part of our smoky eye. And I'm going to take a colour now from MAC, which I really love, called Embark, which is this beautiful brown here. Now, as you get older, the skin around your eyes starts to loosen slightly, and so you can't really get away with using a heavy black. It just basically makes your eyes look a bit smaller and makes you look a bit older and a bit scary, really. But if you can get away with it, more power to you. I can't anymore. So basically, I'm going to use this beautiful Embark from MAC. I use this colour a lot, actually, because you can just lightly dust it on for a nice sort of rich brown, or you can really pack it on for a maximum effect. So what we're going to do is take our flat brush again and go back in to Embark, take off the excess. And we're just going to go into that crease again, but we're not going to go as far over as we did with the Rule. We're just going to go sort of about halfway over. And just go slightly heavier on the edges, just slightly. As you can see, just a little bit slightly there. About halfway. And then we're going to go back to blending. So once you've blended that out, you can now see whether or not you want to add a bit more product or you want to move on to the other eye. I'm going to add a little bit more product, and I just want a slightly darker look on that edge there. So now that I've blended out the Embark on this eye, I'm actually just going to move my attention to my lower lash line. Now, a lot of people doing a smoky eye like to put a black eye pencil inside the waterline just there and smudge it across. I actually don't do that, and the reason I don't do that is because I wear contact lenses, and actually I find that it irritates my contact lenses sometimes if I do that. But if you don't, or if it doesn't irritate your contact lenses, by all means put a black line inside the waterline there and smudge it out if you want a more dramatic effect. So what I do now is just take the Embark on a smaller angled brush, and I take it underneath my lash line like this, following the natural curve of my eye, and And then this brush is lovely and soft, which really allows me to kind of smoke that colour along and out. I don't know if you can hear my cat. He's sitting on the other side of my desk talking to me. He talks a lot. So there you go. Once we've blended that Embark underneath, it gives a real nice smoky effect. Now, of course, no smoky eye is complete without a bit of metallic going on there. So I'm going to come to the metallic in just a second, but for now, I'm just going to come off camera and do my other eye. Okay, so I have now embarked both eyes. Both eyes have been blended in, so now you can see the mix of the Embark going into the Rule as well. So as promised, we are now going to talk metallics. Now, what I'm going to use for this look today is a product from NYX, which I have a funny feeling they've discontinued. That's helpful, isn't it? But this is the NYX Roll-On Shimmer. However, they do now have pigment pots, and there is a couple of shades that are very, very similar to this. So you can still get a similar look. But with the NYX Roll-On Shimmer, it's a great little product. And it's a shame if they have discontinued it, actually, because I really liked it. And it is literally a roller ball, as you can see there. And because it's so highly pigmented, with a shadow that's highly pigmented, I like to work with my fingers, just because I can get better sort of results and I can get less fallout. You do want to be careful using fingers because oils can transfer, but because we're only doing a small section of the eye, it shouldn't be too bad. So just taking that, I'm literally just going to roll it onto the lid of my eye. Look at that. Oh. Oh my God, that's so gorgeous. And then I'm just going to blend it into the corner with my finger. And I'm just, if you can see there, I'm just pushing the product into the skin. Got my nose highlight. Pushing the product into the skin just to minimize fallout. So we end up with a result like this. So I'll just do the other eye. So that's the shimmer on. Now, if you have a look at the Embark again, the darker colour, you can see that the shimmer has slightly gone over it. That's fine, because all we can do, we just go back in with our blending brush and we just go over it. And I'm not taking it all the way across. I'm just doing about a quarter of the way across, just to really get those colours blending together. It's beautiful. So that's all really lovely blended in now. Now, one thing I always like to do is do an inner corner highlight on my eye. You'd be amazed at the difference it makes, just having a little bit of highlight in the corner of your eye and up on the brow bow as well. So I'm just going to use my good old trusty Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. And I'm going to go in with the Glow Getter, because that's going to really mix in well with the colours that are already on my face. And literally just in the corner of your eye, just like this, bringing it slightly down in the corner of your eye. There we go. It just makes such a difference to how big your eyes look. So I always do a little bit on my brow bone as well. Now, the next thing you can or cannot do if you don't fancy doing it is liquid liner. And liquid liner can really dramatize this effect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one eye with liquid liner and one eye without for the finished product. So I'm going to go in with my trusty Rimmel Glam Eyes, and I'm going to basically make up my right eye here, just so you can see what it looks like with liquid liner. Now, what I don't want to do is take away from that beautiful eyeshadow work that we've been doing. So I'm not going to do a really hefty flick at the side. I'm just going to do a small flick at the side. But this time I'm going to start with the corner of my eye going over the top, just so I can see where I need to take my flick. I will need my mirror for this. So there you go. I've just done a very subtle flick at the side because I really don't want to take away from all that beautiful blend work that we've done. So now you're going to move on to mascara. Now, you want a mascara that's volumizing, that's lengthening, that's going to make your eyes fat as anything, because this look is all about the maximum effect. So I'm going to use my trusty Bad Girl Bang Bang mascara from Benefit. I do use other mascaras, by the way, but this one is perfect for this look. So I'm going to go in to the lower lash to begin with, and I'm going to take it a little bit heavier than I normally would just for a regular daytime, just because we want to get some drama on those eyes for our smoky look. So that's about 2 coats that I've put on there. I'm just going to do the other eye. So you can see that that mascara really does make the eyes pop. And you can start to see now the difference between having the liquid eyeliner and not. Now, when you're doing your top lashes, just remember what I said in a previous tutorial about really getting this mascara brush right down to the root and then pulling it up. So you're making sure you're getting the maximum effect to coat those lashes. Remember to coat the back as well. So once you've got your mascara on, you can see the difference there between having the liquid liner and not having the liquid liner. And if you wanted to make this a bit heavier for evening, you can absolutely do that. You can go heavier on the liquid eyeliner. You can make that flick higher if you want to. You can go heavier on the Embark or whatever darker color you use in your crease line as well. Now, what I'm going to do is just go back in and do a bit of blending just to bring the whole look in together. And it's mainly about making sure that that dark color is blended evenly in with the rest of the eye. Now, one thing I do like to do with my smoky eye on my lower lash line is I like to put a second colour in just to finish it off. So I'm going to go in with the Rule, that lovely orangey colour that we used to begin with as a transition colour. And all I'm going to do is just take it underneath the eye, next to where that brown is, blend it in with the brown, but don't let it dominate too much. So just taking it just under here. For me, it just slightly completes the look. Gives it a bit of extra dimension, makes it a bit more interesting, and just makes those eyes pop a bit, as you can see. So that is how you would do a daytime smoky eye, folks. So if you like what you've seen today, guys, please do take a moment to subscribe below, and I will put links to all the products that we've used today. And let me know if there's anything that you would like to see me do, any tutorials that you're interested in doing as well. So until next time, guys, take care.